Hello and welcome back to another episode of Farming Simulator 25. It is September morning and we have a lot of work to do. This is going to be our first month of planting, so we need to, well, I guess instead of running to the tractor, I should just tab to one. Excellent, this one is working on mulching our last field from our harvest. Oh, that's right, this one was here. I wanted to, instead of loading up the flower pallets, I wanted to set them up for distributing and then just let it distribute so that way there'd be enough flour overnight. But unfortunately, I realized that if I did that, it would distribute flour to our little canning factory. And since that holds 14,000 liters of flour, I didn't want that to disappear into that. So I loaded up a bunch of flour really quick and then just drove it down off screen. A little bit of sun, kind of fog everywhere. Hopefully that clears up as the day goes by. I'm gonna head back to the yard and then we need to finish liming the field that is being mulched right now. I'm not sure if anything else needs to be limed at the moment. We also need to hop onto our big red tractor that's currently pulling the spreader and switch that over to a seeder so that we can start planting some seeds for crops. Oh, that's right, we had this one bugged out and didn't finish liming and actually ended up wasting a ton of lime. That's alright. Well, now that this paddy is empty, I can just drive up to stuff, not needing to reverse quite as often. Alright, we're going to leave this here for a little bit. There it is. You know, I've said it, I don't know how many times I've said it, and I feel bad about it, always complaining about how dark and gritty this fog is. It looks more like smog, but it is really thick, pretty dirty. I would think it'd be pretty clean here, you know, since this is a farming community, you know, nature and all. But we are next to a big city with a ton of boats, cargo and stuff, so who knows. Alright, I'm gonna go connect to the seeder really quick, and ideally I would like to plant 4 fields today, 2 with barley and 2 with wheat. And the reason I'd like to do that because it would stagger the harvesting, so that way I don't have to harvest everything in the same month. We'll see what the time looks like and how much I'm able to actually seed. If necessary, I can always slow the time down a little bit so I can get that all done within this month. Let's get back to that Ultra. I gotta load up that seeder. Oh, I thought I was gonna clip it. Not that I stepped on the brake. I was like, man, I think I'm gonna hit that. At no point did I start slowing down. Okay. That's right, this needs to unfold. We're going to start with wheat first. And my game plan for that will be field 1 and 2. I need to bail up these grass windrows as well. You know how slow this thing goes, we're taking a shortcut. Save myself an hour of driving. I think we'll have to wait up until the Vultra is freed up so that it can come over here and start baling up this grass. But unfortunately, before we can do that, we're going to need to lime field number 1 and field number 7. Field number 7, though, won't be until spring, so we have a little bit of time with that. That's going to be fine. Alright, let's get that going on the AI worker. And we can go fix up the field that needs to be limed and then head back down there and do number 1. I'm trying to think of what else we need to do this month. We're going to finish mulching that last field in a little bit. We need to bale up the grass. We need to finish adding lime to all the fields and start planting seeds. I think that's it. It really doesn't sound like a lot, but it is. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and do this on a time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done liming field number 1 as well. done liming this field. Didn't really take too long. This is a pretty quick spreader, as well as it has a larger capacity than the other one, which is nice, less trips. I think I have some extra lime bags here at the store, so I'm gonna go and grab those real quick, and then we'll stop off at our lime production and load up some more from there if we need to. And let's see if we got the sales. Look at that, it's the same tractor I'm driving right now. It's only 55% off. I wish I had the money for it. I wanted to take a look at some of the cedars. The one we have right now is this Bednar at 116,000. That's not bad, but that is 6-meter working width. This one's a 15-meter working width. 8-meter, 12, 8, 8, 12. So this one might be what we're shooting for next. It is not a direct planter though, or cedar. It's like, for example, this one is, so you don't need to cultivate before. This one isn't, so you would need to cultivate, so that adds an extra step. 8 meters, and this is a direct cedar. I'll have to, well, we don't have the money anyway, so I mean, this is gonna be a purchase down the road. Just something to look at while we were loading up some of that lime. But that's one of the things I'm gonna need to look into, is getting a new cedar that's a little bit larger than what we currently have. But I would like to keep it a direct cedar, so that I don't need to cultivate beforehand. Maybe I can also look around and maybe find a decent mod. Missed a spot. Or I should say the AI worker missed a spot. Alright, we're going to load this up and then we'll drop it off by the field we're going to use it in. I think I need to turn the stones back on. Yeah. That's still doing good. And my stuff is looking pretty well used. Alright, we'll drop it over on this side first. And before I do anything else, I wanted to check. Okay, we have goat. And their meadow is 100%, which is great. I've also added grass, which is 100%, which is great. I wonder if they're eating off the meadow first. I don't know. But either way, they're probably going to eat the grass first. I think I put 6 bales there. Not sure. Alright, bakery's got flour in there, so it's doing alright. Cement factory, we just looked. Probably in a couple months, we can switch the stones back to the cement factory and fill it back up. And then let it continue cranking along. Grain mill is doing good, making a ton of flour. Greenhouses still have water, so they're doing fine. Lime factory, we're refilling the stones. It's going to make more lime. Still have 2,000 liters of spinach. And when the spinach is done, if I don't have the opportunity to do a contract to get more, I can always do noodle soup at some point, which is just flour and eggs, because I do want to get chickens, and we'll be making plenty of flour. This is doing fine, cranking along. This is already halfway, and then we can go one more month before I need to reload it. Alright, didn't see any emergency-like things that needed to be done, so we're going to move to the next job, which is going to be baling up those grass windrows. I'd like to get that done so I can put the baler away and then put the Valtra on the roller so I can get ready to roll the field when we're done seeding it. I'm going to go ahead and knock this out in a time lapse real quick, and I'll see you when we are done. baling up all that grass. We'll go ahead and put the baler away after I clean it. It's a lot of heavy use in these last couple months. I gotta admit, I'm really happy I bought that power washer. There's just something satisfying about being able to clean up the equipment after it's done and have it look all nice again. As well as when you're in first person view, the windows are really clean and you can actually see, through them nicely. When they're dirty like that, man, they get caked and it gets a little more difficult to see. Let's check out the map real quick. I want to see if they're still seeding. Yeah, not even done with the up and down yet. Mulching is almost done, which is nice. When that gets done, I'll have to throw the fertilizer spreader on the back of the white tractor and fertilize the grass field. Yeah, we still got, looks like 4 bales over by the goats. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and knock this out in a really quick time lapse, and I'll see you when we're done. All of the grass bales picked up, 21 of them, which is pretty good since when we do silage, we do the 150 centimeter bales, but these are the 180, so they're bigger, a little bit heavier. I'm curious to see if it would have been the same as, that should have been pretty close when the last time we did silage. There's no reason for it not to be pretty much the same. Alright, I think I'm gonna head down there and connect to the lime spreader. We should be just about done mulching that field, and then that means we can start liming in that field. Looks like the white tractor is just about done. I think what I'll do is I'll take over since I'm just a little bit faster. I'd even say more efficient just because the AI worker seems to miss spots every once in a while. But this little mulcher does a good job. I think it's because it's small enough that it's pretty difficult for it to miss spots. I'm thinking I might have to slow the time down if I want to get four different fields planted. It's already 12 o'clock now, so it's 4 hours in game time has elapsed, and we only have one field almost seeded. Yeah, I'm thinking I'm definitely gonna need to buy a second seeder if I want to be faster and more efficient at it. Of course, that also means I need to get another tractor to pull it. I might get the same thing, one of the modded case ones there that I have in front of us. It's not terribly fast, but like I said, I think in the previous episode, it's a phenomenal tractor for doing field work. I also need to get another large tractor for hauling and pulling implements and everything else that I need. If I had the money, I would have bought another voucher that's on sale. Just because saving 55%, so basically another 117 or 120 grand would have been just awesome. This is a satisfying job, just watching everything, be nice and clean after you pass it. We are just about done with this, and that should be pretty much our last pass. Excellent. Alright, we're going to go ahead and drop this off, throw the fertilizer spreader on the back of it, and fertilize the grass field. Alright, let's see if the AI worker will do this. hopefully they will. Nice, this shouldn't take too long. Looks like it's on the headlands, still has some seed left. You know, just watching how the AI worker takes its time always makes me wonder. I'm like, man, do they do that just so, you know, it's like they ensure they're being paid more? I will take over in just a little bit, but before we do that, I wanted to take a look at getting a new telehandler during the winter. We're going to need something to deal with bales, moving them from the shed and to the goat pen. So we're looking anywhere from 95 all the way up to 150. It's not too bad. It's definitely doable. I'm almost tempted to place another order for one of these, see if I can get it used again. And I'd like to buy this one new. And this will end up being our tractor that kind of runs around more often just because it's faster. I don't think it's as strong as the Valtra. Almost. The Valtra goes up to 420 horsepower, as the JCB is only 400. Actually, I was going to put in a used one, but I'll have to wait because one shows up next month. I won't have the money to buy it. We'll feel sad. We'll let it get lined up and then we'll take over. Hopefully I'm a lot quicker than the AI worker. I'd like to think that I am, but I guess we'll find out. I'm going to go ahead and knock the rest of this out on the time lapse, and then we'll move it over to field number 1 in preparation for doing the next field after I reload it with some wheat. Well, we had to take a quick pause from seeding, which was taking forever anyway. I forgot how long that took. I didn't realize that this AI worker ran out. Probably, I don't even know how long ago, but I needed more lime, so I went and I grabbed more lime, and then I threw it back onto, this field, and it was just doing some interesting things there. It just seemed to be driving in circles and dropping a little bit, and then being done and driving another circle. Pretty interesting. Figured I would do the last headland really quick and just kind of get this done and then throw the voucher onto a roller in preparation. I am definitely going to need to invest in some faster and more seating options. I can already tell that that's going to be a pretty big slow point, in the process. I'm tempted to go and take the seeder and bring it to the shop and get it sped up a little bit to working speed, and I might, but at the same time I'm like, it doesn't really matter because it's just so small. I'll definitely need to invest in a much larger one, and then I might speed that up a little bit just to make it a little bit of a faster job. It's always interesting because when we do the same path with a GPS, it's pretty much these big lines we just follow and it's all good. When the AI worker does it, it's got to be like 40 turns. Then we'll go put this away. We'll put it away after we pick up that one line pallet. Well, that is all of the field preparation done. All that's left now is to plant and then roll. I'll need to check and see if the AI worker missed any. Whoa! I completely spun out of control. That was interesting. But I wanted to see if the AI worker missed any of the spots in the grass field while fertilizing. And we'll do that after we wash this and load up on that lime pallet sitting there. Attach to the rollers and we'll bring it down and stage it next to the field. And at some point I'm probably going to need to bring these smaller rollers back to the store and sell them off since we got these big ones now. We're pretty much out of time for this episode and we haven't even finished planting one field yet, which is kind of crazy if you're thinking about it. I like how powerful these tractors are, and I like how inexpensive they are because they're, an older year model, but I am really not good at driving these articulated tractors like that. There's a couple times that I can see the benefit of them, like when I went to reload lime at the lime factory with this tractor, it was easier to make a stronger turn and get it in there, right away to load up, where with a Vulture I had to back it up to make sure that I could reload. So I'm like, these definitely have their uses, but I'm just, I guess, uncomfortable driving them. So I guess eventually, I'll figure it out and get better at it like anything else. We might have to figure out what we have that we can sell, come up with some money so we can buy some more equipment, which is crazy. I knew we were going to have to start, really looking at buying equipment, and I was planning on doing it after the winter sales. But with how difficult it is to just get everything planted, within one episode, it's just I guess it's more than I was expecting. I genuinely was like, okay, I'd like to get 4 fields planted this episode, and I don't think I can really do 4, but maybe I'll get close. I haven't even done 1. That's how crazy it is. I think this is the last little stretch of it, so I can finally say, yay, I've done 1. We still need to do wheat in this field right here in front of us, number 1, and then I need to do barley in 3 and 4 on the production yard. And that's all we were really planning on doing for the winter. The rest is going to be oats and sorghum, which is spring planting. But I guess I'll have to do 2 episodes of planting. think we're going to end the episode here. We got a lot done, and I'd like to say we did get stuff done, and we're definitely moving forward. But I was definitely hoping to get more done this episode. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hopefully I'll see you next time, and have a great day.